As if love doesn't exist. As if love doesn't exist. Episode 53. Even though the weather was still cold in the middle of winter, the sun shining overhead felt warm. There was a feeling in my heart that I couldn't explain with words. Right now I needed warmth more than ever, but I never thought that Yunsoo oppa would find what I needed most and send it to me. Is this what it feels like to be attacked suddenly when you're defenseless?
You.
Suddenly a thought came to my mind.
Why are you lying here after eating?
Why isn't this person the one who understands my heart the most? The thought drained my energy.
Get up. Go down and finish your meal.
In my yard there is a table like this, and if I take a nap there, people will call me to have lunch. Like, Siyeon, let's eat. I think that's why I like to lie there. Because I can meet the people I like when I wake up from lying there. It's only been a few days, but I already miss those days. And I left that small, warm everyday life. Then came alone to this cold, windy place. Can I put this here?
Well, it's already been put up.
I like to sunbathe, but I can't go out when it's raining or snowing.
But because this has a roof, I can lie down even if it's raining or snowing. You don't have to explain to me the benefits of that thing.
Want to try lying down once? The way he looked at me without answering made me realize that I couldn't make this guy move. Let's eat. If we delay, we'll end up having lunch. What have you been looking at? Is there anything you want to tell me?
Yes, there is. Have you ever regretted it?
Even if he didn't specifically explain what regrets, I knew he was talking about our old breakup.
You will regret it, Kim Siyeon. So think about it again.
Even if I think about it again, the conclusion is still the same. I have no regrets. Even if I go back to that time, I would make the same choice. Even though I already knew that I had no fated relationship with Siyeon oppa since I was 17.
Even so, you should at least say something to my older brother.
I used Siyeon oppa as an excuse to break up, so from his perspective, he had no choice but to think that he was really played by me.
You already know that you can't marry him.
I know, I understand that feeling. But Siyeon oppa also knew at that time that I wasn't the real one. I didn't want to come this far and continue to be misunderstood. Whether he believes me or not, that's his choice. After finishing eating in heavy silence, he immediately went out without saying where he was going. Who did he want to meet? This reading room on the first floor. I wonder what books he usually reads. This is my book. From early works to recently published books, all without exception. It seems like he didn't really like it that much back then. Who gave it as a gift? Oh. Wait. I hope you're filled with good things. Drumstick. Why is my signature here?
I also have a copy of the author's signature.
Now that I think about it, you weren't lying back then. But why is the book signed for the publisher in this person's hands? Director, long time no see. How are you?
Author, what brings you here to call in person?
Nothing else. The book I signed in the past. Do you still have it now?
Of course. Why ask such an obvious question? Do you think I'll throw away the books of our authors?
Ah, I see. I thought he threw it away in Samseong-dong. Are you in the office now? Then I'll call you back via video call, so please show me the book.
Yes?
Show me now, director.
That. I gave it as a gift because one of my acquaintances is a big fan of the author. I heard that his dream is to become a novelist. Excuse me, writer.
Your dream is to become a novelist. Seriously? At the same time, I remembered that he evaluated me about the drumstick before.
The truth is that he is weak and helpless. I don't really like this kind of person.
I don't know if your acquaintance's dream is to become a novelist or not. But it seems like he's not a big fan of mine.
Madam, come over for dinner. The director is waiting.
Yes, I'll be right down. You just got back?
What the heck is that? What a great voice. Didn't you eat lunch?
I already ate. I missed lunch because I was late for breakfast, but honestly he must have heard the noise.
Has this guy had lunch?
Mrs. said she didn't want to eat lunch because breakfast was late.
No good.
Starting tomorrow, make sure to prepare 3 meals. This person doesn't need to be asked for his opinion.
Okay, I understand.
Wait. How can you eat breakfast at 10 and then eat lunch again?
What you should do is change your work hours and eat breakfast at 7. Change your habits.
Why are you so worried about my food?
Breakfast and dinner. We have to eat together twice a day to look like a married couple.
Don't you want to see my face? I don't understand what she's thinking. I'll try, but I can't help it if it interferes with my work. I can only concentrate and everything is quiet around me.
What do you do when everything is quiet?
Write novels.
Have you been making a living from that job until now?
I write. If you remember, I also worked part-time at a friend's cafe. Then I also worked at Youngjin for a long time.
What did you do at Youngjin?
Folding boxes. 10,000 won per hour, 6 hours a day. 120,000 won for 2 days. There is a restaurant shared by the factories in the industrial complex, and the food is really good. Even after quitting my part-time job, I still go out for lunch every day.
I see.
It's amazing that now we can have a normal conversation without arguing.
By the way, when did Youngjin's boss find out that you were his real daughter?
You don't think my father found out 10 years ago, do you?
The director said, on your 25th birthday. He said he met you by chance after seeing you having a birthday party at the factory.
When did you and my father talk about that? When you had time yesterday?
That's not the point.
The factory people held a birthday party for me at the office after work. My father, who was working outside, happened to drop by the office and found out.
How could this be a coincidence?
Someone asked me the name of the obstetrician/gynecologist in the city where I was born and I answered. I think he got a strange feeling after hearing that I was born in the same place and day as Yunhai. Even though I was talking about myself, I felt like I was talking about someone else. It was really shocking at the time. But now I can calmly talk about my past.
Besides, he also thought that you two looked alike.
That's right. When I worked there I heard that I looked like the wife of the owner of Youngjin.
And when the director contacted the obstetrician and gynecologist and found out that the children had been switched, he immediately went to grandma's house in Hanamdong.
It turned out that the unplanned outing today was to meet Dad. When he stopped by my parents' house yesterday, He didn't have time to talk about this, and the atmosphere wasn't right for it. Did Dad say all that?
The director said that Grandma intentionally switched the two babies. Honestly, it feels like a victim mentality. Besides, I can't imagine the grandmother I knew would do something like that.
It's all true.
This doesn't make sense.
If you want to know the truth, go to a monk named Jongseon.
Monk Jongseon?
The monk my grandmother visited for decades. He was the beginning of all this misfortune.